Hello there guys, welcome to part 3 of my rug spa build. I'm building a rug spa inside my garage so I can clean rugs in there. And one of the first jobs for this part is going to be adding another level to the rug spa. So I'm just cutting some 2x4 timber, treated timber, and these are going to just be screwed in around the perimeter using 150mm stainless steel screws. And yeah, last time I didn't use stainless steel screws, and a lot of these I had to just break off, and it was a bit of a pain to do. So yeah, so I'm going to use these stainless steel screws throughout the build. Now, as much as I love having windows in here and natural light, unfortunately I'm going to have to block these up just to improve the sound quality of the videos for you guys. Block the unwanted noise from outside being picked up by my cameras. Yeah, so it's the soundproofing essentially. And here's my super duper amazing vacuum again that you can see I clearly love. Now I'm going to be using a couple of sheets of Kingspan insulation to go inside the windows. I think it's about 180mm in total. Should help keep it nice and toasty warm in there anyway. Look at that, it's like a glove.
Whoa!
Yeah, almost broke my camera there. This one was taking a little bit of manipulation to get it into place, but there we go. On to the next window.
Okay, so there's a random slab here. Of course, it would be right in the way. Got no idea why it's there. I'm hoping it's not like covering a drain or something like that, but it has to go. So, got rid of my concrete breaker, so we're gonna have to use a little one for this.
Okay, now to set up the water tanks, or position the water tanks anyway. These are going to be for my storage water that I will be using to clean the rugs.
Okay, so I've got to get this under here somehow. This tank is really quite annoying being in here. It is going to get removed at some point, but for the time being, I need to deal with it. And yes, essentially it's going to sit on top of this. So firstly, I need to cut this piece of wood to length, and yeah, see if we can slide it in underneath there. Let's get started.
So I've got 2 tanks this time around instead of 1, which is just going to help me store more water. and yeah, hopefully I'm going to set this up as a water recycling system soon, so that'll be another video. But now I'm just going to connect the two tanks together using this tank connecting kit, so when I fill one up, both of them fill up at the same time, and vice versa. When I start emptying one, both of them will empty at the same time.
Okay, so this was an absolute lake. Kept getting leaks. Still got a little bit of a leak coming through there, but that will have to do. So now when I fill up one of these tanks, both of them will fill up at the same time. So I've got double the capacity of storage water that I can use. It just makes things a bit easier. Sometimes it takes a bit more than 1,000 litres, and then I'll need to fill up. And yeah, it's just a bit of a pain. So that's one thing sorted out. And then also getting this new hose, rinse down hose, and pump connected together. This submersible pump is just going to go in the top of there, and then I can just pump straight out through that hose to my new hose attachment at the end there. And let's check out how much sort of pressure I've got on this bad boy.
Okay, so now I'm going to build a little raised floor just in front of the water tanks here. Really could have done with a bit more space here, but yeah, it's going to just be for one, so I'm just not stepping off the edge down a big drop, and two, I can store some tools up here. I'm going to store the wet and dry vac will be put on top of there. My pressure washer, Dirt Reynolds will sit up there as well, possibly R2 Clean 2, depending on the space.
Ow.
Now I just need to build a little hatch here because I need access to the tap that I've installed underneath here. So we'll just join these few pieces together and make a little trapdoor. So we've got some sort of access down there. Just about fits with a tight squeeze, but that's as far as it can go. That'll have to do. Now we'll move on to preparation of the floor to be tanked. So first we need to remove as much of the dry particles as possible, all the sawdust, get it all nicely vacuumed out.
So we've got mini roller, we have our bigger roller, spare rollers, big paint brushes, and we are going to be applying a primer first to the surface. This is going to seal the wood and help the tanking bond better to the surface. This is generally used on dusty surfaces and things like that, just so yeah, you get a better bond really. It's just like a glue. And yeah, that goes on. We've got to wait a couple of hours and then we can tape it up and then start tanking.
Now we're going to tape all the little seams up throughout the floor with this special waterproof tape. It's very sticky, so all the places where it's likely to leak all needs to be taped up before tanking.
Okay, now for the job that I've really not been looking forward to is tanking the inside of the rug pit. And that's basically just painting a waterproof paint onto the inside to protect the wood. I've got to do at least 2 coats of this, potentially 3. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I better get cracking.
Now this takes me quite a while to do, and I end up putting about 5 coats on this. Yeah, I think 3 would have been okay, but I just wanted to be ultra sure that this was going to you know, protect the wood that's underneath, because I really don't want to be taking this up again. And now I'm installing the pool liner. Just stapling it into place first. This pool liner itself was about £600, so quite expensive really, but it does the job. And now I am just going to put some trim around the edges to hold everything down and just protect it. This is aluminium. I used plastic last time, but I thought I'd go for something a bit tougher because it all cracked before.
Okay, and there we have it. 1 rug pit ready to clean rugs in. Now there's a few extra bits and pieces that I need to do, like just trimming around the edge here. I'll keep that on there actually, but just trimming it back a little bit. And at the front here, adding some PVC panels on the wall there, just to make it easier to clean, a bit of silicone sealing. But that is pretty much it. I'm not sure if there'll be a part 4, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed this little series of videos, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finally getting back to doing some rugs. See you next time.